Welcome to Barely Balanced. We're two realtor moms building businesses, raising kids, and trying to stay mostly sane. I'm Larissa.
And I'm Sarah.
And this is where real estate and real life collide.
Hey,
I'm so excited.
let me just tell you about the fun weekend
Okay, tell me about your weekend.
that I've had. Okay, let's start Friday. I moved my license to our sister office.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
finally
excited
got
for
that
you.
done. That's been in the works for a while.
Yeah.
Logistic reasons took a while,
Yeah.
like over a year. Anyway, finally had it, but I needed to have my listing transferred over to the other office
Right.
as well.
The DB is the same between the two, right?
Yep,
Okay.
DB same. And so not a problem.
Yeah.
They're transferring it over, but I have to have my clients sign the form.
Sure. Okay.
Okay. This particular listing will expire this week.
Oh, okay.
I am not choosing to extend it with these sellers. And I asked them to sign the form.
Mm-hmm.
This was like on Wednesday or Thursday, and they're not signing it. This last week exploded with activity. We had like 7 showings in like 3 days.
Good.
Yeah. And so then I had a person applying to get approved and everything at the park, and manager tells them like, oh, it's already leased out. Excuse me? What? No, we don't have an offer. It's not leased out. We're not under contract.
This is a manufactured home, so that's why he's saying it's leased out, because the land is leased.
Well, the owner already leased. Yes.
Okay.
Correct. Well, I call my seller, and he's like, oh, I said, hey, just a heads up, not sure why Kim is saying this, but she told this interested buyer that it's already leased out. I assured them that it is not,
right,
and to go ahead and start the approval process. And he's like, oh, that I had a friend go through, but I'm not sure if it's gonna work or not. That's all he told me.
Okay.
And
so you're like,
okay,
should I connect with your friend?
Right.
Yeah.
So I was like, are they getting approved?
Yeah.
Like, what's happening? He's like, they're going to do an assumption. They're buying it for they're going to just assume my loan.
Okay.
He swears up and down this is not a sale because they're assuming the loan.
Oh my. Okay. Okay. Continue.
And so I'm like, okay, I don't know, like, exactly what they have going on, but and he was dodging me, would not answer any phone calls. They weren't responding to text messages. I am like, I have showings, like this is happening. Anyway, turns out he is, I think, but he won't show me anything. So I don't know for sure, but I'm like 99% sure that he is under contract with someone. So this is
but you still have the listing.
Yeah, and we're live, we're active. So I'm like, I think it needs to be pending. If he legally, I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know what he has signed, what kind of offer he
and he's not communicating.
No, because he doesn't want to pay me.
Yeah, he has to pay you.
Yeah.
Now he's going to have to pay you.
Well, yes.
Yeah.
And I mean, because we have 180 days tail provision. So even if he sells it out, you know what I mean? Anyway. So he's like, no, like I've been on the phone every day for the last 6 weeks dealing with this. And I'm like,
why? You hired a realtor.
Exactly. I was like, okay. I was like, Silas, you did not have to be doing this by yourself. You hired me to help you. I'm like, what are you doing on the phone with them for 6 weeks?
Also,
is this why you're not sending me all of the information that I needed? He needed to seller disclosure. Hasn't done that. Please send me over we're advertising. It's been pre-inspected. Please send me that report. A buyer a month ago was asking for it. Like,
yep.
I'm like, are
you following up with him every week too? And you're just like getting ghosted? Or like, how has so much time gone by?
We're talking not every week, every couple weeks.
Okay.
And this is where I could definitely have done better. For sure.
That's fine.
But we are below. He's at this point bringing money to the table. And I know he's cannot bring any more. So we're at our bottom price point.
Mm-hmm.
So at this point, now I am just like marketing the heck out of it and trying to, and I'm like, okay, days on, we're now at this competitive number. This is where we should have been priced at. This is what the market is saying. And the days on market are 42. Guess how many days since we went to that price now that we're at? Like 38 days. We're right at it.
Okay.
Right? We're right there.
Yeah.
To time where we would be expecting to be receiving an offer, and we have all these showings and right.
Yeah.
And I explained to them, like, the person that's going to buy this probably isn't even in the market looking yet.
Yeah.
And I'm, and he's just, anyway, it's been an interesting experience. He said that he first said his lender, the mortgage holder, they said it's going to be super simple since this person, his friend, air quote friend, is going to be using the same, since they are using the same lender, that
like
it's
they were
easy.
Already approved
and
with
I'm
them.
like, well, they would have to if they're assuming the
I was just
loan.
going to say that doesn't make any sense when you assume you have to. And
He's
then
like,
are they
oh,
paying?
I said that wrong. I was like, otherwise they're just buying you out for exactly what you're owed and they're clearing your debt with their own loan.
Have you had the conversation with him yet that, like, I'm sorry to break it to you, but you're still
I'm not
paying
going
my
after
commission.
him for it is a manufacturer. I'm not going to go after him for this. No way.
Yes, you absolutely need to. You run a business, Sarah.
I get that. And I agree with you.
I don't like this.
I know you don't. You're giving me a very strong stink eye. And I feel like in this last week, I've picked up 2 sign calls.
No, you're justifying this.
Yes, I am.
I don't like this.
Well, what goes around comes around, and he is doing what he is doing to himself, and I am just glad to be done with him.
Have you fired him yet?
It expires in 4 days. So.
Okay. I don't like how that ended. That's a crazy story. I don't like any of that, first of all. Let me just, I don't like any of that.
He's like, oh, they've sent us a template. I'm like, so that's the purchase and sale. I'm sure. Because they're not moving forward without a... And he's like, well, this buyer doesn't have any money for the closing costs. And I'm like thinking, you're so...
Could you...
It's going to fall apart. Because if nobody has any money, people don't do loans and people don't, they're not doing any escrow. I'm like,
they're not doing escrow. You have to do escrow.
Thank you.
This is Washington State. Like, what are you going to do? Just hand him the physical title of the thing? That's also not how that works.
Also not how that works.
Okay. Escrow has to be involved.
Yeah. Well, Google, told him that it's pretty easy and simple. And it's just basically like transferring his title for his car. So he'll be fine.
Okay.
Yep.
So, okay, I don't like this for a lot of reasons, but most importantly, look how I'm sitting. I am very anxious right now.
Crossed arms, crossed legs.
I'm so unhappy.
This is how, and didn't I tell you I had a good weekend in business?
Yes.
It's so funny this has started how it started. But
okay, hear me out though. I get that you don't want to go after. This is the part that I have a bone to pick with. Not even the crazy story.
Yeah. I don't want to go after him.
I hear that. Okay, you don't want to do that. That's fine. But
it would be nice for him to pay me back for all the money I've spent.
I think you owe it to yourself and
she doesn't have
the time money. You just let me finish.
Okay. I'm hearing you.
I think you owe it to yourself to at least have the conversation and say it that he does owe you that money.
Yeah, because he's pretty convinced he thinks he doesn't.
Yeah. So you have the facts in front of you and you have the conversation, the tough conversation that you don't want to have. And then if you decide you don't want to pursue it after that, fine. I still don't like it, but fine. But you at least have to have the conversation of we have a contract. Otherwise, why are you even signing contracts, Sarah? If you're not going to enforce it. Sorry, I don't mean to make you cry. I've made a lot of people cry in the last week.
Oh, this isn't going to make me cry. But
okay, good. But this is okay. Oh my God, you just struck a nerve. I have heard this so many times where it's like, well,
Mm,
I guess I'm just SOL because I did all this stuff and then the seller went in a different direction and then our DBs aren't backing us. And it's
mm,
BS because we have contracts, we have businesses that we need to run.
yeah.
If we're not going to enforce it, then why even have it in the first place?
Well, I don't disagree with you.
Okay.
Really, I
I'm
don't. And
fired up.
if it was like a commission of selling a typical home that I'm usually selling and a bigger chunk of money, I absolutely would be going after it. But this amount of compensation is like basically a lawyer 2 hours worth of a lawyer.
So
So
I get that. So you wanting to pursue it is off the table. So
yeah,
like
it's not
that, okay,
worth it.
that makes sense to me.
Yeah. I absolutely would have if
Yeah.
this is
But is it worth having the conversation even? Or is it just not
for
even
why?
worth
What would it do?
practice for if it is a big one in the future and something like this happens?
Mm,
Great opportunity to practice with very low, like, uh, what is that?
risk.
Thank you.
Sure.
Very low
Yeah.
risk, right? Great opportunity to practice, opportunity to like stand your ground, right?
Mhm.
Figure out what that process would look like. You don't have to enforce it with a lawyer, but you can do all the steps up until that point. And I also get that there's like an energetic value to that, right?
Yeah.
And so if it's not even worth the energetic value, then fine. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
it's your thing. I would just encourage you to like do it. Do go through the motions of at least having that conversation because it's
Well,
not right.
I did so okay. I did have a very long I mean, it was 31 minutes, which is probably the longest I've ever had him on the phone.
Oh gosh.
Probably the longest I could stomach him for.
Okay.
Okay? Um, I don't know how much of this I'm really wanting to air, but
That's fine. We can put this out as many months as we need to.
okay. Um, and so they he is the way I could tell in this phone conversation that he was being very, very careful in he was trying to reiterate the fact that this is not a sale, that this is an assumption.
Right.
And then I very clearly explained to him people purchase homes with a loan assumption. It
Mm-hmm.
is a sale because they're buying it for your debt. You're not walking away with any extra money,
Right.
but you're still selling it.
Yeah.
You're free and clear from it now because they took your debt.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And I was like, the only reason people do assumptions is so they can get a better interest rate, essentially.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know. And this is what's really wild, and I want to like get this person's information. And maybe I can after I don't represent him because I'm obligated to represent his best interest. But this person is buying it for more than we have it listed for, and most likely getting a worse interest rate than they could doing a purchase. And this is quote unquote
Oh
a
my
friend.
gosh.
And he said to me on the phone, he's like, yeah, it's a really S SE, I'm not going to swear, but deal for them,
Oh,
but I don't
poopy.
care. Poopy.
There
Thank
we
you.
go.
A very poopy with an S
Mm-hmm.
deal for them, but I don't care. This is what's best for my family.
Jeez.
Yeah. This is who I'm dealing
So
with.
he's not like an ethical person
No,
by
there's
any
zero moral
means.
compass in this person. So I'm like ready to be done.
Yeah.
It's
So
an
okay.
huge
So
energy leak.
energy leak. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I do think because I have operated in integrity
Yeah.
and high moral and ethic character throughout this whole thing.
Yeah.
Even this is basically the pro bono case of the year. Like, do you ever do those? You know, like where you know
No,
you're not
but
going to make any money.
oh yes,
You know what I
where
mean?
like the
Like you're
commission is
just,
so
they
low.
need help.
Yeah.
They need help. Someone,
Yeah.
you don't think someone will, no one else is going to take this. They just need help.
Yeah.
This was that.
Okay.
And basically I was just wanting to like get my photos and marketing costs covered.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I wasn't
Is he going to pay you back for that stuff?
No.
See, okay, at the minimum, Sarah, then settle with him there. You are a negotiator. Say, you owe me the full commission. He says no. You say, great. Don't say great. Say, you owe me the full commission. He says no. You say, I'm going to get a lawyer involved. He says no. You say, why don't we settle and just have you pay me back for your marketing or for my marketing costs?
Right.
And like see if he'll settle.
He has literally no money.
Put it on a credit card. Take out a personal loan. That's not a you problem.
Yeah.
That's the thing. That's not a you problem. That's a him problem.
Yeah.
I'm just saying I don't like that. I see this all the time. I was seeing this with a couple other ladies like recently. Like you saw it in the group text. Like people are in situations where these sellers are just taking advantage of them, and then they're not like, we're spending money.
Yeah, and I
to
even
get
said that on, I was
houses
like, I don't
sold.
know if you understand this about real estate agents, but my office doesn't pay for anything. It's where I hang my license, but I'm an independent contractor, and every part of the money spent marketing your home has been out of my own bank account.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he was
What'd he
like,
say?
yeah. Whatever.
Okay, so this is
Okay, not the brightest crayon in the box, clearly, and very controlling. His wife has said 0 words basically through this whole. He's trying to text me outside of the group chat. I always bring it back into the group chat just because, I forgot to keep her in the loop. Like, you're controlling.
I don't like any of this.
Yeah.
Ew, I don't. Okay.
See, it's not an alignment. This is not a match for me. This is not my normal client.
Ooh, this is a great segue.
Yeah.
How many times do you take on clients knowing from the beginning there are red flags, and you're like, well, maybe I'm wrong. Let's just see where this goes. I have a red flag one right now. It's turning into an actual red flag.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, every time.
Yeah. Every time it comes up, I do it anyway.
This one's gonna suck. I can tell. This one's gonna be more work than it's worth.
I'm working on getting better at that. That's
Yeah.
hard because you're like, well, I could be wrong.
Fought for one that I knew was gonna be a headache, and he was, but
why?
I think because I just wanted him to choose me over the other agent.
Oh, it became an ego thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rather this was like a couple years ago, but
yeah. Because that is a fine line.
Mean?
Yeah. There is a fine line there.
Yeah.
Between being in like your lane, in alignment with the type of client that you like to work with, doing your thing, naturally attracting people, and then like trying to do all the right things and answering the phone call at the right time so that they pick you, knowing that they're just like a piece of poop.
This particular one, they're good friends that referred, like how we were connected, and they have apologized more than once
the
for
one
like
that you
connecting.
Oh, your friends that referred you apologized.
Yeah, it was
interesting.
Yeah. So, and they're sorry.
Ugh. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I just want you to stand up for yourself if you feel like you should stand up for yourself.
Yeah,
don't let that be a self-worth thing, please.
Oh, no, I feel like, honestly, this is more of like, it's not worth it.
That's fair. That's fair
to me, and I don't have any icky feelings. I'm like I know that I can convert. One sign call lives with her sister that wants to sell her house and move to Wenatchee. So that sounds like a buyer, a listing, great. And a referral to me.
Okay, great.
I'm all good.
It'll be worth it.
I'm all good. And this is why, that is probably why, and I don't know if I'll convert any of that, but the opportunity is there. Yeah. And so it just feels like I can walk away from this still feeling really, really good about myself and not cry about the thousands of dollars lost versus like fighting someone who would go bankrupt if I sued him for a couple grand. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not worth it to me.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
That's energy I don't need coming back to me.
No. I agree. Yeah. I agree.
And then another sign call that is like a boy mom that needs to get a home for her and her son quickly out of a relationship. Good. I'm like, girl, I got you.
Yep.
Like, whatever we got to do to make this work. She's going to be a little bit harder because she gets paid under the table. But we're going to find a way.
Okay, we'll figure that out.
Yeah, we're going to figure it out.
Yeah.
See, and that is an alignment for me, her. Yeah. And that is the purpose of this listing, is because I got to be connected to her and I get to help her.
That's good. You are better at seeing this big picture than I am. I'm like, this is wrong.
It is wrong. You're right. It is wrong. He owes me. Like, there's nothing legally, absolutely. But morally, I'm like, it's not worth it to me. I'm going to pray for him and hope he finds Jesus.
Yeah.
Because that is
probably,
you
yeah.
You either need therapy or Jesus.
Yeah.
So that's usually what I'm.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So I have my first fun scam experience. Do you want to hear it?
I do. Can you make me feel better that I'm not the only one with a scammy client?
So I probably won't give you all the nitty-gritty details.
Okay.
Because we're still in the throes of things.
I mean, I'm done with this person in 4 days. This won't air for another
month
2
or
weeks.
so.
Yeah.
Let's give it a month.
Sure.
Yeah.
I think yes, it will be a month.
So I knew of this person from a long time ago. In person, met. Saw this house in person, saw the tenants, met them.
Okay.
Saw the inside of the house. All this real in person years ago. Get a Facebook message and from the lady and ended up moving that into a WhatsApp message, which normally I would not.
Red flag. Yeah.
That was my first red flag. Normally I would not. But even in Facebook Messenger, she had details from when we met in person
She
and talked in person. She remembered me. She was trying to find me.
Oh.
And the reason why we went to WhatsApp is because she didn't have a US phone number because she's like been in India.
Okay.
So, and that would make sense.
Sure.
She's like from there. So that all still tracks for me. So a little red flaggy. I don't love WhatsApp, but here we are. And so we go through the process and talking about listing and all the things. And there's a couple red flaggy things, communication along the way. But we make it there. And meanwhile, my admin's already like, I hate all of this. I hate all of this. I don't like it. I'm getting red flags. We had asked for verification of her ID from escrow because, they can do that. And I thought that had happened. Well, it didn't happen. So cut to we had an offer that fell through, yada yada. And I get a call from escrow, and they finally had done the verification because we were under contract, right? And she failed.
What? How do you fail that?
She failed it on her screenshot, which they take without. I think they take it without you knowing that they're going to take a screenshot, but they look at it compared to your ID. And then she failed it on like some of the fields were like taking way too long and timing out.
Oh, like she was looking something up?
I don't know. So they sent it to her again. I'm waiting to hear back today on whether or not she passes. If she does not pass, they will not close it, which means I have to come off the market. I've also already tried to let go of this listing because of a couple of things that she's done and gone back and forth. And also she's so unrealistic with what we can actually get for the price point. Sure. That, I don't think I'm actually going to be able to sell it.
Okay.
Realistically, there's no heat in the house. And anyway, okay.
Weird. My listing that they turned the power off.
There's power. There's just no heat. Okay. Anyway. And so, and she told me no. And I did not have a backbone. So I'm really one to point fingers here.
She said no, that you couldn't cancel with her?
Yeah.
Or because our listings are now the contract is
it's not unilateral.
Right.
So I can't just fire her. We have to be mutual.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we're waiting to hear back on the identification. But if that doesn't come through, we'll just push it up to MLS and cancel it for the fraud.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I don't know if it's really fraudulent or not.
Oh.
But there's so many red flags in there.
It's not, but there's
she's stuck in India and she was going to be back here 2 weeks ago, and then she's not. I remember you saying
something about rolling blackouts and stuff,
right? Blackouts, and so that's she'll why just ghost for 3 days at a time.
Okay, so maybe that has something to do with the pausing of the verification. Internet's not great.
See, that's
she's in and out of service,
and that's where I'm getting stuck, Sarah, because all of these things are justifiable.
Yeah,
and so then I'm like, am I being gaslit, or is this really a red flag? And I don't know. And escrow and my admin are both like, no, this is red flags. And I'm like, but I feel like it could be. So then I'm like, I don't know if this is my own ego and my own, I just want things to work. Right. That's also part of the type that we are of I see possibility. Right.
Right.
But yeah, it's a really interesting one. So we'll see where this goes. Maybe we'll have a little update that we can do. We'll stitch it on to the end of this one before we
Yeah.
post it, because these are juicy.
Yeah.
And we definitely can't talk about this until they're both resolved.
Yeah.
But it's weird. Anyway, I think with
Do you have
all
a
this
buyer
though,
again for it?
yes, I've had like 5 offers on it. She
Okay.
declines every single one of them.
Oh, that's what's going on. Okay.
Mhm.
I was like, I thought you said you didn't think you could sell it. They're coming in lower.
They're coming in lower. We've had ones come in at ask price. She wants now more than asking
What?
price. It's like a lot.
What?
There's a lot of things happening. Yeah. It's not quite logical, this one. So what I've learned recently is I need to be very aware of like the type of client that I'm saying yes to, because I have a tendency to be like, yes, let me win the listing.
Okay, but how? Okay. When there's red flags, what's your plan to like not take it?
Yeah, I don't have a plan for that. I need a plan. Give me a plan.
Yeah.
Do you have a plan?
No, I take them even with the red flags. When I know, like, sometimes when it's like, you know what? I have just not followed up and been like, we'll see if they want, if they, and it's like, oh,
hopefully
they went with someone else, dodged a bullet on that one.
Okay, I did hear, maybe this was in bold.
But if you're
somewhere.
already like under contract to represent them, you're locked in.
I feel like I'm being held hostage.
Yeah.
Which is so bizarre because I have to represent her. I have to answer the questions.
Yeah.
And I am. I'm not
and
like.
you have to be like presenting anything that comes in.
Absolutely.
You have to be moving forward with trying to sell the property.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. I heard this really cool thing and I would like to put it into practice myself.
Okay.
And I've not yet gotten there. And the idea was like when you have a seller, you're uncertain or something. The question is, would you do this for free? If there was no commission attached, would you take on this client?
Yeah.
And I like that because I have some clear-cut responses to some of these clients. Like, yeah, the answer is no. I would not.
But how would you mean like would you pay out of pocket, spend your own money to sell their house?
It's just like a mindset thing to think about it.
Yeah.
If I
wouldn't
like cost you anything,
that like,
but you wouldn't get paid.
Would
you do it for free?
Yes.
You would still do it for free.
Yeah. If I felt like I could help this person and it's unlikely that anyone else will.
Yeah. Even if they're a scumbag and you're getting red flags. That's the filter.
Scumbag? What is that? Like if they're like
unethical,
racist and like I'm for sure not taking any of those people.
I'm talking about you're getting lots of yellow flags, some red flags. You're maybe unsure about how they're going to treat you. They're super ungrateful. They're kind of like, that. And demanding of your time and energy.
If they're super unrealistic and already pushing back on, and then it's like, would I get in it and I don't get paid for working with someone that's going to push back on everything and not trust me?
Yeah.
No.
I think that's the filter that we need to wear of would I? Because
I like that.
I also had a listing. This was a listing appointment a couple years ago where somebody they wanted me to take a look at it because it was in my neighborhood.
Okay.
And I'm like, I've sold a lot in my neighborhood. And so they had expired and then they wanted me to come take a look at it. And so I knew what the price was going to be. And I knew it was very different than what she was on the market for. And so I walked in thinking like, I'm 100% good with saying no if she does not want this price, because I'm not willing to take an unrealistic listing.
Right.
Especially not in my own neighborhood.
No. Yeah.
I don't want to look. There's a whole optics to that. Like, we need to be priced correct, right? If we're going to take it, we need to, not under, but just correct. So anyway, I walk in and we have a conversation. The whole house smells like dogs and sanitization chemicals. Like it's
like they try to cover it, clean it.
Like she bleaches the floors every day to cover up the dog smell, but then it's like still a little bit there. It was a weird smell. And there's like no decorations, all super modern finishes. Like it just felt weird in there.
Your neighborhood.
No. So the house itself felt weird. It was going to be one that like I probably
bad juju.
No, not bad juju, just like stale and like hospital-y.
Okay.
And you know how like buyers, they want to feel, especially with new construction being the competition, if you're looking against new construction, you need an emotional appeal, right? And when the house already kind of is like a used new construction,
Right.
They're going to buy the new construction all day.
Right.
It's just not going to happen. So anyway, so I walk in and instantly I'm like, the price I'm about to tell her is too high. I'm here. I'm going to do it anyway. Did all the things. So I go through the list and she goes, there's no way we would ever list it for that, being like that it's too low for her.
Right.
And she's like, it's worth way more. And so I went through the whole thing with her. I was like, this is where we're at. She goes, well, can you just budget to this number instead?
No.
And I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. Happy for you to chat about it. Get back to me. And sure enough, she listed it with somebody else for slightly higher than the higher price she wanted. Sat for another 6 months. She pulled it off the market for another 6 months. And I just saw on a community page, an agent posted a picture of her front yard and says, does anybody know like how to upgrade this grass? And so I know it's about to come back on the market again because she posted a picture of that house and I saw it. And so I'm like, oh, good for you. Have fun.
Good luck.
Good luck at whatever price you're going to price it 50,000 too high again. My point is I felt great walking out of that meeting.
Yeah.
And I went home and I was like, I didn't get the listing. And my husband's like, oh, I'm sorry. I was like, no, I feel great.
Yeah.
I was like, I feel so confident with saying no to that one.
Well, and also the optics of it sitting and not selling and then sitting and not selling again is like
not great.
Really good
so
for you
this
because you've never had a house in your neighborhood sit and not sell.
No.
Right.
I have one right now that's 3 weeks on market and I'm panicking. But the feedback is making sense. We're doing the right movement. Like the trajectory we're on for it is still making sense. So I'm not panicked and I love these clients. But yeah, it's interesting. Sometimes you get the red flags right away and you know, like, don't do this.
Yeah.
And other times you get the red flags and you're like, maybe it's not as bad as I think.
Maybe this will be okay. It's not ever okay.
It's not okay.
It's not, we shouldn't be like, maybe it's okay. It's like, maybe I want to take this on. Maybe I want to be challenged at every turn. Do I?
I'd be super curious the people who have sold, like, at this point in our careers, like, we've sold hundreds of homes, right? But, like, I'd be curious about the people who have sold, like, thousands of homes if they still fall into this trap. If this is just, like, an ongoing, like, we just hope for the best type of thing.
Carla, can we ask you?
Yeah, let me know. Does this ever get easier?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, remember, you got this.
You got this.
And all the scammy clients.
Oh, no.
If you're in this season 2
or something we said hit home, follow along.
We'll see you next week.